Hello there, it's Serpentin, and are your opinions on games still your own? Do you make up your own mind when it comes to your favorite game or your least favorite game? I have witnessed so many times that a person has played a game, really enjoyed it, then went on the internet, saw a video about the game, looked at it, and then afterwards said, "True, that person is right. The game is actually ass," without then reflecting themselves. Is what the person is saying valid for them or for yourself? To be clear, I'm not saying that if you enjoy a game and a different person tells you it sucks that you're gonna stop loving that game. But in a lot of cases, I've seen friends of mine who really enjoyed games change their whole opinion on a game after watching a review or a hyped up video claiming that this game they love is actually the worst thing that ever happened to the gaming industry. But why is that? And why do we tend to watch more negative or hyped up content than actually a video titled "I love game X"? Let's get into it. We all know nowadays, maybe just always, negative videos tend to do very well if it's valid criticism that is hyped up even further. Let's say a new AAA game comes out and it's actually pretty good, pretty fun, but then there's this one thing about the game that the character animation just isn't there, it's just like 70% there because the developer ran out of time or whatever. So then the person who reviews the game or does a video on the game says in the first 60 seconds, this game is nice, I enjoyed this and that, but then the 10 minutes afterwards, they just start harassing the game, ooh, the animation is shit, therefore there is no love in the game, therefore everything else is terrible, and then only hyping up that part of the game, and in the end all you remember is that the game is ass, even though in the beginning you said, yo, the game is a good time, chill, but the last 10 minutes was focused on this one aspect of the game which just is objectively not that good, but because that person focused only on that, your brain thinks everything else sucks. And why does that happen? It doesn't happen because people are evil or want to have negative opinions about games. It's just a basic psychological phenomenon, If you see two videos saying game A is incredible or game A ruined my life and made me divorce my wife, which one are you gonna click on? The basic psychological phenomenon behind that is negativity grabs attention because your brain has been trained by evolution to investigate potential problems, negative things, threats, basically. And because your brain wants to mitigate threats and wants to go there, see if the threat is valid, and then assess the situation. The problem is that risk mitigating effect of your brain, which keeps you alive, doesn't work for games. Subconsciously you think, ooh, maybe game A is terrible. I have to learn why he thinks it's terrible to protect myself, even though there's nothing to be protected from. Even if it's the worst game ever, you're not gonna get shot or anything. But your brain doesn't know that because it's a dumb ape brain, At least subconsciously. So even if you try to avoid negative content, it just gets closer and closer, and at some point you're gonna engage with it, and then that is gonna affect your opinion on something. Obviously, this only works to some extent. If you really love a game, no video on the planet will change your opinion. But statistically, for the average gamer, if they see a video which is like super negative hype for something about a game they maybe were curious about or don't know anything about yet, in their subconscious they will just have that association in their brain, game A is bad because I've seen that in a YouTube video and he made a point that sounded valid, and now it's difficult. So obviously negative content has that going for it because it's very clickable. If you look at the thumbnail of this video, what was it? It was a game equals trash. Then you looked at the title and saw, okay, it's actually not about Halo being ass, it's about gaming opinions in general and how they are formed. But the first thing that grabbed you was Halo equals trash. It's the same psychological trick, but I'm using it to actually tell you, bro, not everything claimed to be terrible is actually terrible. And I want to make you aware of the fact that the content you see or consume can shape your opinion on things which you haven't even tried yourself yet. And I don't want you to miss out on amazing games or content or movies, music, whatever, just because you saw a clickbaity headline or video about it. Obviously, I'm not claiming that every negative video about a game is just that person being an asshole and farming clicks to get money. There is obviously always valid criticism. There are always terrible games. There's always an opinion that this art just isn't for that person. But they will then also frame that in a different way, They will say, this game is kind of great, but it's just not for me. That's cool, But that kind of content maybe doesn't work as well. I'm not sure. What is the type of content you see on YouTube, It varies per person because each bubble is different. So next time you're playing a game and really enjoying it and then looking at a review, maybe just try to actively think has this review affected my opinion of the game, even though I had an opinion about the game prior to this? Obviously, your opinion can change because someone brought something up you didn't know, but just like in a tiny way. Did the video I just saw change my opinion, even though consciously I know I disagree with it, but now there's doubt creeping in your mind because, ooh, maybe that person's right because he used a threatening title, you know? It's interesting. It's psychology. It's gaming. It's weird. It's weird. Have you witnessed this phenomenon as well? Or is this something you totally disagree with? Fun anecdote to that. 2017 or 18, I've watched Blade Runner 2049 with a friend in the cinema. We both agreed afterwards, incredible movie, great cinematography, great acting, great music, great everything. 2 days later, I talked to him, hey, Blade Runner was pretty amazing, right? And in those 2 days, he had changed his opinion 180 degrees because in the local newspaper, he saw a review for the movie and said that the movie is just faking being deep. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, what? We've both seen the movie. We've both loved it. And 2 days later, you changed your opinion not because you rewatched the movie and made your opinion up yourself, but because you saw a review in the local newspaper. Incredible. It's kind of incredible that can actually work. Yeah, but story time over. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Totally valid. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.